YouTube stream started. Cool. All right. So here's what we're going to do today. Let me make sure it actually worked. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk to some middle schooler. Wait, so what age? What's the age group? Is it eighth grade?
This is eighth grade. So what this is it's a career getting eighth graders who are transitioning into high school, an opportunity to start thinking about their careers and like college. Because like think about when you were in eighth grade. I mean, obviously like we were playing WoW, getting ready to play WoW when it was coming out, like Warcraft 3. I think me and you were on the same age. So like Warcraft 3, Diablo 2, that type of stuff, right? We didn't think about going to a community college, things like that. So a couple years ago, me and the science teacher decided to do this little 30-minute section for eighth graders every third quarter.
Okay.
And we just bring in various careers. Like we pull the kids at the beginning of like so around Christmas time, we pull them, say, hey, what would you want to be interested in? And a lot of times it's like police officer, firefighter, like weird things like that. There's a couple of them that have been like writer, I'm trying to think, chef, but you get the idea. Like, they're just a general idea. But one of the main things that kids have always asked for is content creator. And I'm like, I don't know anybody, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't. I don't have that power. And then, I shot my shot the other night with you, and they're pretty pumped now.
Yeah, sick. Okay. Yeah, I think
just be honest with them. Like 100% be honest with them.
Yeah,
because,
that's the whole point. I mean, they're in eighth grade. They're basically adults. You can.
Yeah, I mean, they say things worse than we do. So
they actually do. that's how it goes these days. Yeah, no, I'm. Yeah,
to give you like
I think
a
it's gonna be
layout,
great.
we're rural Illinois, and then like we're rural Illinois. Like,
Oh, okay.
So like, I'm in a small little village, about 30 minutes either way from anything of a city.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids they get to pick between two different high schools to go to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they'll feed into whatever one they pick based on basically it's where did their families go is what it comes down to.
Okay. Wow. So this is like okay, I get it. I'm like kind of comparing it to like different places in Texas and stuff, but
Right.
cool.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, like, because I have never been to Texas, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I was to show you outside my window, it's literally probably 100 miles each way, it feels like, of cornfield.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right. Wait. So is there like a should I watch my language? I mean,
if you slip,
how I
like
normally
hell,
speak,
damn.
is it different like than how I normally speak? Like, should I tone it down? Because I mean, I'm normally pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if you slip, it slips, whatever. They're eighth
Okay.
graders,
Like, yeah.
Like
Okay.
you said, I treat them like adults. So,
Okay. Cool.
yeah, I mean, I don't care how we do it. If you want to quickly show them on camera real quick and let them wave or whatever.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm if they're okay. I mean, I don't know if they're okay with it or I don't know. However you guys do it, I'm fine with having because I was planning on having the Discord on screen.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
No, that's fine.
I mean, I have it on screen now, but
Yeah, I checked all my stuff. We're good for that.
okay.
So,
Okay.
and then
Cool.
basically they'll just raise their hand, and I can either call on them or if you see their hand up, and I'll just let them ask their questions.
Okay. Sick. I'm down.
Cool. I'm gonna walk us through the hall, and we'll go over there.
Cool.
When's the last time you were in a school hallway?
I don't remember. Maybe like, man, not college. Almost 15 years. That's crazy to think about, man. Yeah.
It's a trip coming back working in the school.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you ready?
let's see. All right. Oh, you know what you should do? You should change your Discord settings to take the audio all the way down. The audio, because it has like a minimum audio for.
Plug you into a big TV.
Okay.
happening?
As Joe Bart once said.
Wait, can they hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hold on, everybody raise your hand if you can hear me.
They can't hear you. Hold on. I'm going to set you up on a smart board.
You should turn the audio, because there's like a setting to where it's like how many decibels need to be before you can you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's it?
Seriously. Start back to like 8th graders. Gary Emerson's right now. Disappointed. Good.
Can you say something for me?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Okay, here. Hold on.
Okay.
Did it change audio 1 second?
It said it was muted when you flipped it up.
Yep. I see that. Thank you, Rivera. Yeah, tech assist.
It's so funny because it's like chat in real life.
There you go. I can hear you.
Okay. Yo, what's up, guys?
Can you see him?
Yeah, I can see them. Can you guys hear me pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have do you have the audio setting turned all the way down?
I have it turned up so they can. So you're on an external speaker.
Well, the noise gate thing that I was talking about. If you go to settings, voice and video, because we had to do this for some shows. If you go to voice and video,
Yep.
there's like, it has input profiles. I would do like custom and then automatically adjust input sensitivity. Turn that all the way down.
Turn it all the way down.
Yeah,
Is that better?
all the way to the left, and then have one of them say something. Can you guys hear me?
Say something.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah,
Okay.
they probably got to speak up a little bit, but I'll be able to hear them.
So you guys gotta speak up, okay?
Okay.
No, don't scream.
Is there like echo cancellation stuff? You see, like under that, was there like noise suppression? And I would turn all that off probably. Yeah, like
It's off.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, echo.
Oh, wait, echo.
Click echo
Click
cancellation.
echo cancellation.
Turn it back on.
Yeah, turn echo cancellation
echo-
on.
Okay.
And then I'm talking now. How do I sound? Okay, I can't
You
hear
sound.
myself.
You're perfectly clear on our end.
Okay, cool. And then I can't hear myself now, which is good. And then, hey, can you guys say something? All right, cool, sick. I think if they all talk at once, it freaks out, but they won't do that, right? Nobody, you guys aren't gonna do that, right? Okay.
So this is Esfand. I told you guys about him. Tuesday when I saw you. Okay. He is live. You guys are live on his stream. So how many people you got right now? 1,000?
Yeah, there's probably like thousand or so in here.
Plus he's on YouTube, right? YouTube, Twitch, and what else?
Yeah,
Those
YouTube,
two?
Twitch, yeah, everywhere.
Okay. So act like 8th graders. Okay. So, yeah, sure. You guys good now? All right, that's Esfand.
Okay, so first off, hey everybody, my name is Esfand. Those of you guys who don't know me, which is, I'm sure all you guys watch everything I do, and you guys are 100%. You guys know what I'm doing. So I know there's maybe one or two of you guys that don't know that. I am a streamer. I started on YouTube, and I started doing like I played a lot of like World of Warcraft. And that was years ago, right? Years ago, I started doing World of Warcraft, but then now I do all kinds of stuff. So I do a lot of the IRL stuff. I do a lot of variety games. I'm playing Resident Evil 9 right now. But that's kind of how I started. And I'm still a streamer, and I still do all that. But streaming isn't all what everybody sees on, online. And there's a lot of stuff that happens on the back end, and there's kind of like a continuation of that stuff on the back end, I actually went and I started like a few other companies. Like I own a PC company, which is called Starforge Systems, Starforge PCs. I own a video game publishing company. So we don't make the games, we publish the games. So publishing is like the marketing, the advertising, the support on the back end, all that kind of stuff. So that's called Mad Mushroom. So that's the other company I started. The other one is OTK, right? OTK was it's a media company, which is kind of like the parent company. And we started a bunch of other stuff. Like some people, not everybody, but that's like a whole complicated thing. And people are involved to varying degrees. There's Mythic Talent, which is a talent management agency. And what we do for Mythic Talent is we go and basically get sponsors for streamers. And we do a lot of the business stuff on the back end because honestly, a lot of the streamers don't have that sort of business experience. The other company that I started is Cross Realm, which is a brand agency. So on the other end, it's like we have the talent management agency, but then we also have a brand agency. So we help the brands like the game companies or anything else get sponsors, or sorry, get people to sponsor. So it's kind of like we're hitting it from both ends. And I think I said everything. Mad Mushroom, Starforge, Cross Realm, Mythic Talent, OTK, and yeah. They're playing Resident Evil in the back. That's what the screaming is. Yeah, in the other room, someone's playing Resident Evil. So yeah, that's kind of everything I do. So I basically said, hey, let's go ahead and talk about pretty much anything. So if you guys have questions about being a streamer or anything like that, like I'm down to answer any questions. Or if you guys want to hear more about anything else that I do.
Talk about like your sponsors, like the NFL and things like that, and how you got a part of like those types of things.
Oh yeah. Actually, can you repeat it one more time because you cut out for a little bit? I think it's just you still gotta be a little bit louder.
Talk about like your sponsorships, like the NFL and like Red Bull and things like that.
Yeah.
Like
So
how you got that stuff.
okay. So for me, like that's kind of how I started. Right. I started in World of Warcraft, but since then, like I work with the NFL on a bunch of stuff. So I work with a lot of different NFL players. I go to different colleges on Saturdays and I'll do like this, tailgate streams where we walk around the tailgate, talk to the fans, stuff like that. And that's like IRL content that I do. So yeah, we do stuff with NFL, do stuff with different colleges. And then I'm one of like a handful of Red Bull, we're Red Bull athletes, right? It's a Red Bull sponsored streamer. So I went to college at SMU. And I was going to be a computer science student. And then after I did that, I realized I wasn't that good at that. So I changed to sports management. I went the business route with things. And I played football. And then I worked on the football staff at SMU for 2 years during the rebuild. So whenever I did that and like going to college and having those opportunities, that kind of like set the stage for a lot of the stuff that I've done, a lot of the success I've had as a streamer. So I learned how to do a bunch of production stuff. I learned how to do... honestly, I learned how to talk to people in college. I didn't really know how to communicate. I didn't know how to talk to people until I got to college and I was working in recruiting and I was talking to parents and just really learning how to how to work. That's what I did. I learned how to work in college. And I have like certain connections and people that I worked with in college that now are at different schools or now they're in the NFL and I have opportunities to do stuff through that. So that's kind of where all that kind of came from. So, do you guys have any questions about kind of anything like kind of basic with streaming, anything advanced with streaming? I mean, what do you guys, who in here wants to be a content creator actually? Like raise your hand. Okay. So like a few of you guys. So why in the front, what's your name?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. Under Armour shirt.
Claymore.
Is that Craig? I couldn't hear you. Speak up, because it's one more time.
Raymore.
It keeps cutting out.
Go step up there. Right in front of the camera.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's get him. Yeah. Okay, if you have a question for me, step up and walk. Yeah. All right. So just say your first name. What's your first name?
Raymore.
Rayvar. Okay. So Rayvar, you wanna be a streamer, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to be a streamer or do you want to be a YouTuber? Like do you know or you just want to make content?
Both.
Okay, both. So you want to be like me. You want to do like everything, right? So why do you want to do that? Do you know?
Cause for the love of the game. It's
For the
fun.
love of the game. All right. So like, where does that love come from?
Because, like, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You're your own boss. You can your creativity is just like endless, and you can do whatever.
Okay, so you can be your own boss. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do where you can be your own boss, right? That's true. Like you can do that with streaming, but like if you want to be your own boss, that still means you have to be a good boss, right? You have to be good at keeping your workers on task. You have to be good at making sure your employees are working hard. So if you're a bad boss and you're not making sure your employees are working hard, like what does that mean for streaming? That means you gotta have accountability, right?
Yeah.
You gotta watch. You basically gotta watch yourself and say like, hey, like if I'm out there and I'm taking it easy on myself and I'm just, hey, I can do whatever I want and I'm not really paying attention and okay, well this thing is going on, this trend is going on, I got to change directions or like if you're not paying attention to any of that and it's just like, I'm just gonna turn the camera on and do whatever I want all day every day, it's not gonna work because there's tens of thousands of people, millions of people in the world that probably think the same thing. But then of that, it cuts down a little bit, and the people who actually try it, and then the people who actually make it, it's not even 1%. It's not. It's like football. It's like sports. So whenever you're doing that, you have to know that it's like I need to be well-rounded. It's so much like life, where it's like okay, you're in school, like you do. How many subjects do you have in school?
Like 4. Well, here I do. Yeah.
Okay.
4.
It's like 4. You know, so you have the different subjects in school, and it's like whenever as you get older and older, and let's say you have one job, your one job is your one subject, right?
Yeah.
So to get to that point, you have to have these different experiences and be well-rounded enough in order to get to that point of being your own boss and doing whatever you want and being creative. Because if you're only creative in one way, then you can't go. I'm not trying to grill you, by the way. I'm just using you as an example because I wanted to have somebody who wants to do this say some things about why they wanted to do it so that I can like kind of lay it out for you. Okay, I'm giving you a plan here. Because if you want to be good at any job in life, you know, you have your math, you have your science, you have your English, you have your social studies, you have all these different subjects that you have, right? And you need to do those things well, not just because I need to know how to do, you know, algebra, okay? Because I don't wake up every day and whatever, y equals mx plus b, right? I don't do that every day. But what I do, okay, yes, I said do. What I do is the process of me having learned that, and it's like you're working out your brain. Do you play sports?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Basketball. He's my coach.
Okay, good. So
I did football.
you did football, now you do basketball. Or do you do both still?
Just basketball now.
Just basketball. Okay, so well, like you know, in basketball, like you have different positions that do everything, right?
Yeah.
Have you? So maybe more recently in the NBA, I'm gonna use the NBA as an example. Years ago, it was like you had a big man, you had a guy doing this, you had a guy doing that, and everybody was really specialized in one thing. But the NBA has changed a lot, and basketball has changed a lot to where now you got guys who are just doing everything. They're really well-rounded. You got guys who can run, you got guys who can shoot, you got guys who got handles. Like it's all these different things. Guys who can pass, right? And kind of be that middleman, guy who can be the point man, all these different things. And everybody can now do it. And the reason for that is because just like everything else in life, you need to be well-rounded and you got to know how to work at those things. The people who work at everything and they work hard in whatever it is they do, even if they're not good at it, are people that know how to work. And it goes back to whatever I was saying whenever I was in college, right? I didn't learn how to work until I was in college. I didn't know that I didn't know how to work. And then I got to college and I was like, oh, I got to figure things out. And that's what made me able to be a good streamer today. Because the whole sort of like meme or like the running sort of idea with streaming is like you said, I can be my own boss. I can turn on the camera and do whatever I want. But in reality, there's so much that goes into the back end, and there's so many little things that matter over time that you gotta work on in order to be able to be as creative as you can. Because especially when you start getting all these other experiences, I'm like, oh man, I remember one time in football, like 10 years ago, I was at SMU and this thing happened. And then I'll come up with a stream idea off of that. My whole sort of tailgate tour and my opportunities to work with the NFL, it comes from me having done all that stuff in the past, and people were like, oh, like Esfand knows his shit, right? Like I know what I'm doing. And I know football. I was gonna be a football coach, right? I was gonna be a teacher actually. But then my stream popped off out of nowhere. So that's kind of the things that you have to keep in mind, like as you're working towards that. So yeah, you want to be a content creator. Yeah, you want to do YouTube. Yeah, you want to do Twitch. Just keep in mind that the way you work on everything, I had a coach who used to say this, the way you do some things is the way you do all things. And it's 100% true. Because you might not be good at something, or what you do might not apply in the long term to what you're doing, but the way that you learned and the way that you grew in that subject is how you're gonna do with whatever it is that you end up doing. So yeah. Was that, I know I talked a lot there, but was that pretty clear? Like that help out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about in the back? The guys in the back say they also wanna make YouTube videos or be streamers. Yo, just tell me your first name. What's your first name?
Silas.
Silas. Okay. So Silas, like what do you do? Like in school and do you like sports?
Yeah, I do sports and
Okay. What sports?
basketball, track.
Okay. Are you good?
No.
Okay. So you're not good, but you want to be a YouTuber. You want to be a streamer. Are you gonna be good at that?
I mean, I'd hope.
Okay. So why do you want to do it?
I mean, I just like posting stuff sometimes just for the fun of it.
Okay. You just like posting things. So like, do you like posting things? Like, what do you like to post?
I mean, I don't really know.
Okay.
I had a YouTube channel when I was younger, but like that
Okay.
wasn't. I don't do anything with it anymore.
Okay. So I mean, do you? So you want to be a content creator because you just want to post things? Like, is that the main thing you want to do, or is it just like an idea that you have?
Just like something for fun, not
Oh,
like
okay.
something primarily focused on.
Okay. Wait. So what do you actually want to do?
I want to be an author.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to read?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good first step. Okay. So like, why do you want to be an author?
Because I like writing and coming up with ideas and stuff.
Okay. Like you want to write books? You want to write like what is it that you want to write?
Probably books.
Okay. Cool. So so now that you want to be an author, you want to write books, you like writing, you like coming up with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like dead set on like that's what I want to do? I want to be an author. I want to write books, or do you want to take that creativity and maybe turn it into something else?
It's what I'm set on for now.
Okay. So I think what's important too is as you get older, I think you should 100% work on that. You know, I want to be a writer. I want to write books. I want to tell stories. I want to share things with people. Now, so much of writing now, and I'll tell you, like, a lot of times whenever people think of authors and they think of just writing in general, they think of exactly what you said. They think of books. And being a good writer is something that is becoming more and more rare for a lot of people, or for a lot of industries even. And every industry actually does need writers, people who can write and do things, whether it's like in tech, they have like technical writers who basically, now this is boring. Okay, I'm gonna give you the boring examples first. So a technical writer, and this is how you get paid, by the way, by doing boring stuff, is somebody who takes like engineers' notes, guys who like make something, like you buy like a controller for a video game, right? And these engineers have no idea how to write. They're giga galaxy brain, like super smart people, cannot write. So a technical writer is somebody who can take these notes, read them, and it's basically hieroglyphics, and then you turn them into something that the average person can read, right? So you take them into something the average person can read, and they're like, okay, I can learn how to use this thing. That's how you get paid, is doing the boring stuff. But then you're talking more about being an author, wanting to write books, wanting to share stories with people. I mean, there's also a lot of different avenues that you can do that in. That's not as, it's not limited to just books, you know?
Yeah.
Because you could get into writing for movies, right? Writing for TV shows, and talking about content creation. Like, man, so many people do things that are, I mean, scripted is the wrong word, because like scripted kind of has like a bad connotation, but you could do like planned events and planned things, right? So it's, hey, you want to go and work in content creation, but maybe work on the back end, you know? Hey, let's do this stream where this thing happens and you're telling a story, right? And that's kind of like where that creativity and stuff comes from. And it's like, it's something that you can be a part of, and without actually doing it firsthand, you know, you might not be the one posting it, but that's like part of your work, right? And it's like, hey, look at this thing that I was a part of. Look at this thing our team did. Because nowadays, like any sort of big event, anything like that, it's all part of a team. So yeah. So if you want to make content and you want to write, you want to be an author, like maybe this is something that you can kind of like put everything together, you know? But again, like the same thing I was saying earlier, like it's super important to be well-rounded and just like work hard at everything. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think? Whenever I say all this to you, like what's going through your head?
A lot to process.
Yeah, it's a lot of words. But hey, I mean, you can process it. You want to be a writer,
Yeah.
right? You want to be an author. So that's how it works. So maybe I'm not good at that because maybe I say too many words and it's too much to process. So maybe something that you're going to be good at is taking what I'm saying and dropping it down, right? Making it easier to process.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the other? Somebody else said they wanted to be a content creator.
Yeah, they got this.
Hey, what's up, dude? So you're what like you want to be a content creator? You want to be a streamer?
Yeah.
So you got to speak up a little bit. I can't hear you good.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Wait. So why do you want to be a streamer?
I enjoy making people laugh. Like
Do you like making people lie too?
I enjoy making people.
Okay.
I enjoy like I don't know just like giving different voices. That's one of the things that I enjoy, like voice impressions of like different characters.
Okay.
I enjoy.
Are you funny?
No.
No.
Okay. No, you like making people laugh, right? You want people to have a good time. So like, that's why you want to be a content creator, right?
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, is there anything else that you had considered, or is it like that's like what I want to do? I mean, you're in 8th grade, right? There's a lot that can change between this year, next year, and 5 years from now, right?
There's two big things that I want to do. I would want to go into like voice acting or CSI, like crime scene investigation.
Okay.
But it's mainly focused towards voice acting. I find it interesting, and
Okay.
I feel like that should be fun to do.
Okay. What I mean, I've done some like voice acting stuff too. Like I do a lot of like I do a lot of like role play voice acting, that kind of stuff too. So like, do you have any sort of like? Okay, give me a voice, like voice a character for me.
Oh no! Oh, it's Berserk. It's Berserk, not High School DxD.
Or Beast.
I could do a Frieza. It's not
Do
good.
Frieza. Do Frieza.
Monkey.
It's the best that I could do.
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good actually. Okay. Is there any other Dragon Ball Z characters you can do? You probably got to get a little bit closer to the mic too, because it might cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not today, no.
Wait, do you do any other Dragon Ball Z characters?
No. not well.
No, you can't do like a Nappa, like Vegeta. What does a scouter say about his power level?
No,
You can't do that. No.
I stick to like 3 main people. Oh, I'm not saying. Aside from
Wait, why are you not saying?
it's people find it weird, but I do enjoy the anime My Hero Academia.
Okay.
And I'd like to do the Bakugo and Deku voice. I also occasionally do Griffith from Berserk.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Do Griffith. Do Griffith.
Closer to the mic.
It's all over. But if there is one thing I can do for them, for the dead, it is to win. And keep winning until I attain my dream. A dream they clung to and risked their lives for.
All right, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So you want to do like voice acting, you want to make content somehow. Pretty freaking good, dude. Yeah.
I'm making content, right? Like a few TikToks. I film myself eating. My most recent one was eating a pizza roll, like a gourmet meal.
Okay.
I made one singular pizza roll. I sprinkled cheese on it, and I used a fork and knife to cut it open, eat it. I had a napkin in my shirt. It was an odd one, to say the least.
Yeah, okay.
But-
Okay. So okay. Well, like, okay, so what questions do you have about like wanting to stream?
Like, I was thinking about it there. I want to know like how straining it would be on like the voice and
Oh.
other stuff like that.
Okay, that's a good question. So my voice has changed actually. Like if you watch some of my early streams, one, I have a better setup now. I have a better microphone. I have better stuff. But my voice has changed because I talk so much. Like I usually stream like 10, 12 hours a day. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. So that the entire time I'm like talking, especially whenever I'm doing a lot of role play. So like I do like Madden streams, and when I'm doing Madden, it's all role play. Like I'm the coach, and I'm from Texas, so I talk like this, like a Texas high school football coach the whole time. That kind of strains my voice. It does. Whenever I'm out there talking to the team and all that, I go in the locker room and do all that, and there's that. But then also when I'm doing role play, I role play this like it's like a fat sheriff character named Cletus Cornwood. Okay, it's GTRP, and hell, Cornwood's got a little bit of a deeper voice. Okay, but it's kind of the same idea where he's talking like he's got this like Texas deep Texas accent. But I'll be talking like this all day. Yeah. So when you do that a long time, you really got to take care of your voice. And I'll be honest with you, it ain't something I'm too good at. But I know there's a lot of folks out there that really go and they drink the tea and do all kinds of herbal whatever the hell to make sure that their throat's good. And I got to do a better job of that. But yeah, that's a great question because it does do that. Like it does like kind of wear on you a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Does anybody have any other like? Yeah.
Any gifters wide hard?
Was it?
Any gifters wide hard?
Oh. Thanks for the 10 gifted. I appreciate that. So, yeah. What's your name? First name?
My name's Caden.
Caden. Okay. What's up, dude?
I would like to know the top 3 best games to stream.
The best games to stream. So,
Yeah.
think about like, that's actually an interesting question. So, I feel like as far as the best games to stream, think of streaming as like you're like a painter, okay? And
Okay.
the game is like your canvas. So it's like it's just what type of what is the game that you're using in order to be able to talk to people? Because a lot of times like streaming is like a radio show. Like I'm sitting there talking to chat or whatever the whole time, and I'm talking about different subjects or people ask questions, and that's just how it is. So when you're talking about games, there's games that are popular and there's games that are easy to talk through. Like something like I play a lot of World of Warcraft. It's easy to talk through. I play I might play an FPS game, and that's more like action based or like GTA, right? So at the end of the day, like these metas and things change. So like the best things to stream are usually just whatever's popular at the time. Like sometimes it's GTA, sometimes it's WoW, sometimes it's League of Legends. It just changes.
Do you think War Thunder is a good one?
War Thunder?
Yes.
I don't think War Thunder is super popular on Twitch, so probably not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just curious on like how much money you make like per streamer per year.
It doesn't exactly work that way. It kind of depends on like. So this is an interesting question. Almost nobody that streams on Twitch makes good money. That's an actual answer. Almost nobody that streams makes good money. There's like the smallest percentage of people that stream actually make a decent amount of money. And then of those people that make a decent amount of money, like let's say somebody makes like $100,000 a year, right? So you might be doing pretty good and you make $100,000 that year. And it's like, okay, I'm raking it in. Like I'm making real good money right now. But here's the problem with that is that 1 year that you spent and you grinded your way up to being able to make that probably took a few years of actually building up to that. And then once you're there, you don't know when your stream's going to die. You don't know when it's going to be over, right? Like things always go up and down or whatever. And like for me, for example, like a lot of people consider me like an OG at this point, and things will always just kind of be up and down or whatever, but I'll be okay. So that's just kind of how it is. I mean, hopefully, right? But there's like maybe like triple digit people in the world like that. There's like less than 1,000 people who stream in the world that are like that, which is like a very small number if you think about it, out of everybody in the entire world. It's a lot like sports. It's a lot like the NFL or something. So yeah, like that $100,000 somebody might make, it's like you're not building a resume. You're not actually getting like any sort of real experience that you can use towards anything else after you're done streaming. So that's kind of like the scary part of streaming. So like I've had times where I mean, I've had crazy years. Like the first year that I ever streamed, I made $10,000. And I was like one of the fastest growing streamers on Twitch at one point.
What?
I made only $10,000 my first year of streaming. And the second year of streaming, I made like 90,000. And that was like me being one of the fastest growing streamers on Twitch at that time. And then I've had like crazy years, right? So yeah, it just that's how it goes. Wait, what do you think? What are you thinking right now?
Can you stop looking at me?
Yeah, because you keep looking at Rayvar, and I'm like, wait, what's going on?
No, he's staring into my soul.
I'm the only- What's your favorite thing about being a streamer?
My favorite thing about being okay, honest answer. I love getting to interface and like talk to so many different people. So I'm like most streamers of my size don't get to connect with their communities in the same way that I do. A lot of them aren't interested in doing that. A lot of them, I mean, it's just everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I love video games. I love playing video games, but I would never tell chat this, but I actually like them. Okay. I think a lot of them are like, it's fun to hear about how different people are doing. I think it's like, I think it's cool that different people have different jobs that make such a high impact. Now, this is coming from me. I was somebody who I was going to be a coach. I was going to go coach college football. That's what my goal was. And then this ended up happening. But whenever I hear about like, hey, I have people that watch my stream or are part of the community that, hey, this guy works at NASA. This guy's a teacher, right? This guy's a coach somewhere. Like that's cool. Like I think that is super cool because these are people that are like successful. And from my standards, like how I think these are people with like cool jobs and cool life experiences that they're coming and they're a part of like what I'm doing here, which I think is sick.
I like GTA RP.
Oh yeah, like with GTRP stuff. Yeah, the Corwin stuff. Yeah. Wait, did you not know who I was and then realize who I was when I started doing the voice?
Yes.
Hello again. I have a question real quick. Could I shout out my TikTok?
Sure.
Okay. The TikTok is at eating stuff is a good idea, or I like eating with a thumbs up emoji.
Cool. Sick.
And those are the two, yeah.
Cool.
Nick, some skin.
Give me some skin.
Give me some skin.
Hey, what's up, dude?
How long have you been streaming for?
Almost 9 years. I'm 1 month away from 9 years of streaming, which is crazy.
Also, what's your favorite shoe brand for playing football?
Wait, favorite shoe brand for what?
Playing football.
I was always. I mean, it kind of depends on the cleats, but overall, I like Nike cleats. Yeah, I'm a Nike guy. I like wearing like the Jordan mid cleats. The mid Jordan cleats are really good. The Jordan ones. Yeah.
You want one more?
Yeah, I'm down. Like if as long I know they had to leave because they're late to class, but I'm down to answer any questions.
So you like anime, right? I know that.
Okay.
Do you watch Naruto? Listen to Superman?
Yeah, I mean I've seen some Naruto.
What's your favorite character?
My favorite character in Naruto. I mean, there's a lot of characters in Naruto.
So that's
You know, like it's kind of hard to say.
so it's a no.
No, I like Naruto himself.
Your parents were in
I subscribe to your channel, bro.
Oh, sick. Nice, dude.
W stream.
Nice. W stream.
For real, dude.
All right. Yeah, so wait, what she said I couldn't hear.
Send me
It's been 8th graders.
What?
Send me an auto.
He's not gonna send you an autograph.
I saw myself.
Stylus likes to make funny content, right?
Wait, say it one more time.
So Stylus likes to make funny content, okay?
Okay.
I walked through our gym and caught him doing some of the most just outrageous dances.
Uh-huh.
And he was just doing it in the background, so I said, show it up for him.
Yeah, let's see it.
I don't know. I don't need a song.
All right. Well, cool. No, I hope that was good. I think they liked it. I think they had a good time.
Hold on 1 second. I get you. They're being super loud.
Okay.
All right. No, I think that was perfect, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't think the kids were expecting like something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I just hope they, I hope they actually like got something out of it. Because I have a tendency to, I mean, because I'll like, I go into coach mode.
They'll sit there and stare at you with a blank stare. But as people who work in education,
that's just how they are.
Yeah, they're actually like processing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I remember just even from like recruiting, like there'd be times where like, when I first started working in recruiting, because I don't feel like I was like this as a kid, like in high school or whatever. But man, we'd bring some kids in, and they would sign. They'd be like, "Yeah, this was sick," and they end up signing, right? But man, you'd be talking to them about stuff, and the whole time they're just like this, And I'm like,
Right.
bro, what is going on? And they'll be like, yeah, we loved it. And then they sign. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're retaining the information, but they actually are.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
like I can see you in a month from now, one of those kids will come up and say something random that you said, and me and her will sit there and be like, "Where did
How did you
just get
remember that?
Right, yeah. Like, where did you just pull that from?
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about it, because like, we give them a hard time because they are, loud and rowdy, but
Yeah, yeah.
they do truly retain a lot of information.
Yeah. No, that's sick. Yeah. No, that's awesome. I think, yeah, I mean, I think overall, like, they seemed like pretty interested. They were, good group. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah. They this is a good group to do this with. Like I said, we tried to do it years ago, and I just didn't know anybody that,
Yeah.
would want to do it something like this, because it's only 30 minutes, it's not a lot of time. But you get a lot out in 30 minutes if you do
Yeah.
it like this formula, the way you did it, talk about yourself real quick and then a Q&A. That's
Yeah.
the best way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's crazy, by the way? I was thinking about this like not too long ago. It might have been like last week. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, how does time go by so fast? And how is it that whenever I was in school, like you have like 45-minute class periods, right? Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
How do you teach anybody anything in 45 minutes? like how can anybody learn anything? Yeah. So I literally was thinking about this. I was like, man, I feel bad for my teachers, because I'm like, how are they supposed to have anybody learn anything in that amount of time? So, and then you have like, you got to have like a certain curriculum done, and it's like, okay, then you got the testing. I don't know. I think Texas got rid of like we used to have like standardized testing in Texas, but I heard they got rid of it recently, and they changed it to something else. I don't know, but yeah,
Smart.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the standardized testing now, actually. We're going to start in a couple of weeks with that. And it's, you remember what it was like as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, for
That's
me,
what-
like I was, I mean, it was, okay. I was super smart. So it was super easy for me. but I remember because I would be in advanced classes, and I remember teachers being annoyed because they're like, hey, we have to go over this, so they would have to like revert back because they have to cover these things, because you might be super smart, but then you do bad on standardized testing because you didn't review something before it. And then it's like, kind of like, it's not like a waste of time, but it's like you have to study for that test specifically, which is like a lower level than what you're at.
Right.
So I remember that being a thing, which is like, that's got to be like the most annoying thing in the world for teachers.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. It's turned into a therapy session for teachers.
Like I told you, we're rural, so we're, I think, total in this building, 47 kids.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I mean, like, this was a large percent of them. that
Okay.
You just talked. You know what I mean? So this was the entire 8th grade. There's no more.
Yeah, that's
you know,
sick.
And like you saw kids probably walking in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're so small. Like, this is the 7th grade homeroom.
Yeah.
So 7th grade will come in at the end of the day, put their stuff away, and there's like, if there's speakers here, they don't know what's going on, So
Yeah.
like, and they were standing over there in the doorway because they caught on quickly with what was going on.
Yeah. That's super funny. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. I truly appreciate it, man. Like I said, we've wanted to do something like this with a content creator for a really long time. Because this is what, our 5th year doing this.
I think so.
I think it's our 5th year, and we try to get everything the kids want just to get their brains ready
Yeah.
for for high school, and our first group that we did this with is graduating this year, high school. So
Okay.
and a lot of them have told us, hey, that little 30-minute session you guys did for us has paid off big time.
Yeah. That's sick.
I mean, it's crazy that what in 8th grade, like you said, you're not thinking about this stuff.
No, you're not thinking about it at all. But like
No.
you said, then randomly, like something that somebody says like, a month ago or like months ago, it's like they just repeat it, and it's like, wait, what? Like you retained that?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's really
So-
cool. Yeah, I hope I did a good job of like, because I didn't want to be discouraging. Like I joked about that on stream. I didn't want to be discouraging, but like, I also wanted to be very realistic about like what to expect and how like things need to be approached like overall, not just like I want to be a streamer. It's like you gotta keep your options open and just be smart about like everything. You know.
So
Yeah.
usually what I do is I'll ask the kids. I was like, hey, what'd you think of that speaker yesterday? And then I'll report back to the person. So I'll be in touch with you and say, hey, this is
Yeah,
what
I'm just
this is what
curious,
they-
yeah.
You know, because like you said, I would be curious too. If I was talking to a bunch of kids, I'd want to know, like
how that hit. Yeah.
yeah, how did it resonate with them, or was it a total bore fest?
Yeah.
I mean, it's truthful, you know.
No,
I
it's
mean,
true. It's true.
And they will be honest. They are the most honest.
Oh, 100%.
Of humans. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be great.
it's funny because every year I have 2 OTK hoodies that I wear constantly all the time, and they're always like, "What is OTK? What is OTK?" And I'm like,
That's super funny.
"You'll learn." I was like, when you get older, I'll tell you when you're older. You know,
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that. And then this year I was like, well, this is what it is, guys.
Yeah. Well, sick. Okay. Nice. Well, no, I appreciate you asking me to do this. And I know, yeah, because you asked me almost 2 months ago, a month and a half ago.
It was funny because it was just before you were planning your Super Bowl stuff. And I'm like, crap, he's going to be real busy to even think about this.
Yeah.
I know, because I know, like from my point of view, I was getting ready for our tournament for basketball. I was getting ready for a whole bunch of stuff. You were doing Super Bowl stuff. I'm like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I'm glad that we could stay in touch and get it scheduled.
Yeah. No, I'm sure this actually was like the perfect week too. I think this week over, like next week might be crazy. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, this was actually like the perfect week to do it.
Yeah, because you're one of the last ones. So next week's the end of this quarter already for us. And so we always try to get a really big one to kind of wrap up this whole thing.
Yeah.
So like I said, we appreciate it. We truly do. Like I don't think words put it into perspective with how appreciative we are.
No, 100%. That was super fun for me.
So now you're on the list, and I get to ask you again next year.
Hey, I'm down. I'm super down.
Because that's kind of how we've been rolling with it.
Yeah.
Whoever comes here, we ask them the next year.
I'm down. I think it'll be fun. I think chat liked it too, actually.
Yeah, we were reading it in the back there. I showed the kids because they're not allowed to have their devices or anything. So I was like, I know they're cute.
Yeah, it's like at that point you're like, all right, you guys can pull up the stream.
Right, exactly. At this point, it's like get your stuff out because they're walking around the school right now.
Yeah,
probably watching me and you talk. Like I guarantee you, if I go into that gym, they're out there watching it, and they watch it in full screen. They're not even reading the chat. So
right. Yeah, that's great. Well, cool. Yeah, again, thanks for having me. I'll let me know what they think because I'm curious, and then
I'll let you know for sure. Probably Monday. I'll follow up with you on Monday and I'll let you know what they say.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Cool, man.
All right, we'll see you later. Appreciate it.
Yep. Talk to you later, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Chat, what do you guys think? I'm Caleb. Yo, what's up, dude? Yeah, that was fun. No, I mean, I like getting a chance to do stuff like that because I think it's like it's good. It's good for people to hear it, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that people just don't know, like behind the scenes, right? So it's like it's fun to talk about all that stuff and kind of lay out exactly how things go. It was good because I'm in that class. Sick. Thanks, Caleb. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and we'll keep going with the rest of the stream. Okay. I was thinking about doing Resident Evil next, but I think I'll save Resident Evil for nighttime, and we'll do a little bit of WoW stuff.
Any gifters wide hard to. Any gifters
B-Jam, thank you for the
wide hard
50 gifted subs. Thank you, B-Jam, for the 50 gifted subs. Thanks a ton, dude. I really, really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, B-Jam. I really, really appreciate that.
Esfand's the #1 rep paladin. Yeah, that is true.
Okay, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back. Oh man. All right, dude. So I'm talking to Kilowave. I don't think you guys know Kilowave. Give me a second here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're gonna make a new YouTube VOD for this. All right. Here we go. Making a new VOD on YouTube so that we have our VOD saved. Edit, customization, redirect to that. Okay. If you're watching the VOD, thank you guys for watching. A Viral, thank you for the Prime. That's very entertaining. No, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Hey, Esfand, have you told the kids you're going to pay for their college yet? I want to make sure we get